What's up, folks? Did you know that working in sales actually pays pretty well? I mean, why else would people put up with the rejection, the grind, the micromanagement, the burnout, the inconsistent income, the low job security, the lack of respect or support from other departments in the company,
Later.
the offensive remarks, and the bashing on LinkedIn? Anyway, but exactly how much do they get paid? Well, let's go look at some websites. All right, on PayScale, the average base salary is $60,000. That seems low. On Indeed, the average base salary is $70,000, $20,000 commission. Salary.com, the average is $100,000, but it doesn't mention any commission here. Glassdoor, total pay that includes commission is under $90,000. On ZipRecruiter, the average is $60,000. On Built-in, the average base salary is $90,000 plus an extra $90,000 in commission. Talent.com, the average salary is $80,000. A lot of those numbers seem really low, and it's quite a large range. And most salespeople make a fixed base salary and then commission as well. Is that included in these numbers, or is it sometimes included, or is it like? And what are these salespeople selling? Tech? B2B, B2C? What type of companies are they selling to? Small companies, mid-market companies, enterprise companies? Surely there's got to be a better way than this. Well, that's exactly what RepView promises to deliver, providing transparency into what companies are paying their reps, but other important factors as well. All right, so here we are, RepView.com, sell for a company you love. Powered by the collective knowledge of thousands of vetted sales professionals, RepView empowers you to make better career decisions with transparent insights into sales orgs that you can't find elsewhere. Let's explore some sales orgs, shall we? Oh, okay. So we've got around 2,000 companies in here with scores. Let's check out this first one here, 15.5. I think they do performance management software. All right, so they've got a RepView score. They've got 100 employee ratings. It looks like to see all the data we need to rate a company. So let's do that real quick. All right, cool. Just threw in a cheeky little rating there. All right, so 15.5. All right, let's take a look. So base compensation, what do we know? What do we know? So we got some ratings out of 5 for some categories. Base compensation, where they rank out of all the companies on the website. Incentive, culture and leadership. Product market fit, that's really important. For those of you who don't know, product market fit is like, how much the market is in need of the product. Like, does the product solve an important challenge or not? Do people care about that challenge? Like, basically, do people need this product? Do they want it? Will they consider it? Inbound lead flow, that's obviously really important. The lower the inbound lead flow, the more cold calls you have to make, even as an account executive. We've got 2 categories of account executive here, enterprise and mid-market. Enterprise sell to large companies, typically over 1,000 employees or 10,000 employees or part of the Fortune 500 list. Every company defines it differently. Enterprise sales requires more experience, the deal sizes are larger, and naturally it tends to pay more than mid-market or SMB, which is selling to very small companies. Meanwhile, a sales development representative is someone who's out there making cold calls, trying to book meetings for account executives to turn into opportunities and ideally sell to and close deals with. So based on this, it tells us that the enterprise account executive median base pay is $130,000 and the median OTE, that's base pay plus commission, is $260,000. And we can see that the top performer is making $390K. Notice that is higher than everything we saw on every other single website we looked at before RepView. Mid-market account executives are a little bit lower on the compensation scale, average of 80K base, 170 OTE. And then SDR, this is pretty average compensation, 40K, 67,500 total OTE. Now, the one thing to notice on the right here is the quota attainment. This is a really important number. And this is the really exciting part, because if a company's advertising a job as paying a 200K OTE, that's great, we can make 200K. Well, if only 36% of the team are hitting that OTE, then it's not actually very realistic. So you may take that job, but chances are, by the looks of things, most of the team aren't actually making that much. So when you're evaluating new sales jobs, that is a number that you should definitely take into account if it's available. Q&A, looks like people can come on here, ask questions, and then people who have worked or work at the company can actually answer them. That's awesome. Tech stack. I mean, this is important. Like, if a company's got a rubbish tech stack, then you're going to have a really hard time selling that, because tech often makes your job easier. And if there's no tech, then a lot of the stuff you have to do is manual. DocuSign, Gong, LinkedIn, Outreach, Salesforce, Vidyard. Yeah, they're using a pretty good set of tools, especially Vidyard.
Sales Feed is brought to you by Vidyard.
Benefits, it looks like the organization has to add them themselves. And then culture, There's nothing on there yet. Okay, so if I was interviewing at 15.5, then that'll give me a pretty good inclination if whether or not, if I should continue my application, what I might get paid, even if the hiring manager hasn't revealed that yet. But it also allows me to fact check how accurate and realistic the numbers they're giving me is. You'll love to see it. And it looks like I can just go through and search companies or find them. Sales jobs. So we got some jobs being advertised on here. This is probably how RepVue makes money. Salaries. Let's take a look here. This is what we were looking for before, the average pay for each of the job titles in sales. But you'll notice they actually broke it out into enterprise, mid-market, and SMB. But also strategic account executives, account managers, customer success managers, sales or business development reps, and sales engineers. Let's take a peek at the SMB account executive. So the median base salary is $65,000. The median on-target earnings is $120,000. The top performers are making $261,000, so that's like the cap. And the industry average quota attainment is 45.7%. So less than half of SMB AEs are hitting their target. Average deal size 24K. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say SMB, the deal size is going to be smaller and therefore you should expect to be paid less. Ratings verified by RepVue. RepVue verifies the identity of Otter AI employees to ensure that data is accurate. All right, so they must cross-check this with something like LinkedIn to make sure that the person did actually work there. So you can't just come on here and tank someone's ratings with fake reviews. Enterprise account executive, here we go, median base salary 120, median on-target earnings 230. The top performers are making 550K, over $500,000. 40% are hitting quota, that's even less than the SMB division. And we can see that's kind of fluctuated over time as well. Look at that. Recession. Oh, look at this though, coming back up. The top performer anywhere is Apex Systems, making 1.5 mil. I'm not sure about that. 40K, 150K, 1.5 mil. That's a bit of a crazy range. Instead, I've heard of Paylocity. So, I mean, Paycom, MongoDB, SnapLogic, these are quite well-known companies. SDR quota attainment is pretty good compared to the account executives. More SDRs are hitting quota than not. This is awesome. Now, I had to critique this. I'm based in Canada. So US dollars don't mean a whole lot to me, but it would be cool if you could see this for Canadian companies, European companies, maybe even Australian companies as well. Rankings. Okay, so now we can actually rank the top sales orgs on the planet. User Gems, number 1. Look at that. So this is like the master list of companies that you really want to work for. Google, 6 Sense, Chili Piper, Clary. Well-known companies. Yeah. Those are the top 20. What about the bottom 20? What are the bottom 20? Did they give us the bottom 20? I want to know the bottom 20. Companies. Let's find. Highest score, lowest score. Okay, so according to RepVue.com, these are the worst companies to sell for. Yeah, so if you're interviewing for sales jobs and the company is on here, this is a no-brainer. Check this out because companies do have a tendency to kind of sell you on jobs sometimes. I've been sold jobs that were like, you can make this much, but the reality is no one at that company was making that much. And therefore, I was tricked into taking a job that realistically wasn't going to pay what I thought it would. If you get into a company and you find out that no one on the team is hitting quota and everything you were told in the interview process was a complete lie, that can really mess you up, Like that could mean that you have to go get another job or you have to write it out there and you look like a job hopper when reality is like not all sales jobs are born equal. So this puts some power back in the applicant's hands to do their due diligence. I'd highly recommend anyone who works in sales to come on here. It's even just for curiosity's sake. I like to see what's the market paying? It's good to know what you're worth. Thanks so much for tuning in to Sales Tech Talks.